Sige nga, describe mommy first. How is mommy to you?
She's like a cool mom to me.
Explain that. What makes her cool? So that other moms can hear it also.
She just she's chill about whatever I do, but she's also, stand her ground if she knows that's not right or something. But other than that, she just lets me have a bunch of free time. And she's not that strict about what I do. She's not cautious. It's she trusts me. And I think every mom should trust their daughter.
How important is that trusting? Like knowing that I trust you, mommy trusts you. How important do you value that we do that?
Yes.
Okay. How about me? What kind of a dad am I to you?
A funny one.
Okay, explain that. I mean, how come you gave so many sentences for mommy? Me, just a funny one.
You're
Welcome to the Paco's Place podcast.
And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, first time on Paco's Place. Proud to present to you my daughter, Cassidy, Arespacochaga. Hi, Cassie.
Hi.
So finally, this is your podcast.
Yes, I've been waiting.
Okay, did you know that you are the youngest guest that I've had on the podcast?
That's nice to hear.
The first, before you, the youngest was Ate Shiloh Balon, right? But you beat her, so I guess you can tell her on your camera. You look at her camera, so tell her, Ate Shiloh, sorry.
Sorry, Ate Shiloh.
So okay, let's. The reason why I wanted you to be on this podcast was to inspire kids like you. How many siblings do you have?
4 siblings.
And they're what?
All my brothers.
So you're the only girl, right?
Yes.
So that's what I want others to see, that you're the youngest, you're a girl, and yet mommy and I are raising you to be what? To be
strong.
To be strong. Why is it important?
So people don't walk all over you.
Explain that. Like, how old are you?
10.
How would you comprehend the statement you just said? So people will not walk over you.
It means don't let people manipulate you or tell you what to do or what to believe and not to believe.
How has that been working for you?
Good, actually.
Let's talk about you with your brothers. So there's who are your brothers? Tell them.
Kuya Kaylin, Kuya Raiden, Kuya Heaven, and Kuya Chase.
Okay, so there are 4. Who's the oldest?
Kuya Heaven.
Kuya Heaven. How is your relationship with your Kuya Heaven?
Pretty good, yeah.
Like when you see him, do you see him like another daddy, or do you see him as a brother? Because he's 29, huh? You're 10. So there's that 19-year difference.
Yeah.
But when you see him, does he look like a playmate?
He just looks like my big brother to me.
Really?
Yeah, but in a good way.
Explain.
I feel like he's type the person to take care of me. He's kind of like a guardian too.
Okay, how about the twins? How about Chase and Kaylin? They are 16. So when you see them, how do you see them compared to your Kuya Heaven? They're watching, but you can be honest. So just...
I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Okay, go. Tell me a little secret.
I kind of see them just adoring Kuya Heaven whenever they see him.
Really?
Yeah.
Again, I explain that. So here's your Kuya Heaven,
Yes.
your big brother who's 29. And then if we take Kuya Heaven out of the picture, by the way, guys, we're trying to present to you Cassidy in her perspective as the youngest of 5 siblings, the only girl, preceded by 4 boys. Okay, so Kuya Heaven, we take him away. Now the oldest brothers are the twins, Chase and Kaylin.
So how I see them,
Yeah.
it's not going to be good.
I wanna hear it.
Can I be truthful to you?
Oh, you have to be.
I kind of see them. It's kind of funny. I just see them as big dorks.
Okay, who's the bigger dork? Like there's
Kuya
Kuya Kalen. How is he a big dork to you? And what do you mean when you say dork? Awkward?
He's just kind of a nerd.
Okay. In what way?
A jockey kind of way. Like the ones that you see in like those 2000 high school movies.
How about your Kuya Chase?
A big K-pop fan to me.
So that's how you see them.
Yeah, but Kuya Chase is nice.
Okay. How about your Kuya Kalen?
I don't know. No response.
Okay. So now, what have you observed them? How do you observe them when they see your Kuya Heaven?
Trying to act tough.
Around your Kuya Heaven.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how is your relationship with your two brothers, Chase and Kalen?
It's okay. It's good.
In what way? Are you intimidated by them?
No. They're intimidated by me.
Explain.
Mostly I'm the one who's kind of just chasing them around. And I don't let them get a hold of me.
Is it because maybe they understand that you're the youngest and they're giving you space, or they're giving
No,
you
it's kind of the opposite.
Okay. How about your youngest brother,
He's amazing.
Kuya Raiden?
Yeah. He's amazing.
Your age gap is how many years?
Right now he's, I think, 13.
Mm-hmm.
So 3-year age gap.
3-year age gap.
Yeah.
Why is he amazing?
He's always been there to me. Like, he's like my little playmate at the moment because he's like one of the youngest brothers. So I tend to most play with him.
Now, is he the most patient among all your brothers when it comes to playing with you?
No, I'm going to be truthful to you. It's Kuya Kalen.
Kuya,
I'm really stubborn towards him. That's why.
I see. Now, this dynamics that you have with your siblings, okay? You're not being bullied by them. You're actually going toe-to-toe with them.
Yeah.
How did that translate in school? And let me set up the question. I made it a point for you to call them kuya,
Yes.
but I also made it a point for them not to boss you around. Right? In other words, your voice is equal to all of them.
Yeah.
No, none of your brothers actually say, do this because I told you so, or do this because I'm your kuya. None of them do that to you, no?
None of them.
Okay. And that's not common, by the way. Not everybody has that kind of culture at home.
Yeah.
So now, because you grew up that way, 4 older brothers, and then you, how does that translate in school? And you go to a school with boys and girls, right?
Yeah. Public school.
Public school. So how does that translate in school?
I learned a lot. Like, during the first year of public school, I was kind of clueless. I didn't know what to do out of public school because, like, people were standing their ground already, so I didn't know where to stand my ground. So I just let people kind of walk all over me until I found out that that wasn't normal. So
when you say you allowed people to walk all over you, this was an inner conflict that you had with yourself, right? It was a challenge you were experiencing from the inside, allowing them to walk all over you, right? How were you able to overcome that?
by my brothers.
Explain.
So as the youngest, they're kind of like, I'm just kind of their little punching bag. But
Not literally, huh?
Yeah, not literally. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I kind of like learned how to stand up for myself by when they're teasing me, I just know what to say already. I know when something should not be said by them or something that they probably should not say ever again. So
And then you just keep your mouth shut, or you tell them to stop?
I told them to stop.
And then you applied it in school?
Yes.
You weren't scared to do that?
No, because I realized that I had to stand my ground somewhere.
The word realized, how long did it take you to actually use that word and apply it to your life?
A while, but not too long.
And when you realized that you had to stand your ground, how did your friends respond to that?
They didn't really respond to it that much, but I just told them, hey, I'm not gonna let anyone bully me around, so if you're gonna act that way, then maybe we should not be friends.
And what did they say?
They said, okay, they understood what I felt, and they just actually been better now.
Okay. Now, let's talk about public school and private school, because you used to go to a private school.
Yes.
What's the difference between going to a private school and going to a public school, and which do you like better?
Public school.
Why?
There's a lot more freedom there.
You have to be specific. What does freedom mean?
Like, dress codes are not that much there.
Because in a private school you were wearing uniforms, right?
Yeah, and on Wednesdays, I think you had to pay at least to wear what you wanted, and you can only wear limited. So
Unlike in
public school, yeah, you're free to wear as long as it's like not
inappropriate.
inappropriate.
Okay. How did public school wearing whatever you want to wear, how did that influence your sense of fashion?
I don't think it really like showed what I wanted to wear, because usually I was just lazy finding an outfit. I found my outfit on my own, not the public school.
What do you mean by you already have your fashion? Is it in your mind? Where is it? Where does it reside?
On my mind, because I see these people that are like really stylish, and I caught up to that, and I decided that I want to wear something like that.
When you decide to wear something, because I know you don't ask me with regard to fashion, because I am fashion blind, who do you consult with regard to your fashion?
Like, who do I ask for my fashion? No one, just myself, actually.
But who buys your clothes? Because it's definitely not me.
No, it's usually Mama that buys my clothes.
Okay, what's the conversation like between you and mommy?
We just buy what we see and see if we both like it.
But how do you sell the idea to her that you want this? How do you present your idea? And that's what I want you to share our audience, because I want other kids to know, because you have a nice communication you have a nice communication process with me. You have a nice communication process with your mom. So what's it like when you want something or when you want to wear something? How do you talk to your mom about it?
It's kind of simple. I just tell them like, this would really look good with whatever I think would look good. So it's kind of like a persuading someone a little bit.
How do you sell it to your mommy? Because your mom can be stubborn also if she doesn't think it's appropriate.
So actually, if I see something that I know she's not gonna like, I usually don't pick it out and find something that's sort of similar to it and ask if she likes it or not, like for her opinion. And then if she likes it, I'll ask, oh, then why don't we just get it if we both like it?
What does she normally say?
Like, sometimes she's just chill about it, so she'll say yes, but like, about money, if it's too expensive, she'll say no.
How do you feel when mommy and I say no to you?
It's understandable, but you guys let me explain myself and why I want to do it. So
how does okay? Tell them what we normally do. Because it's easy if I talk about it, but give the audience a scenario.
Like a no problem that
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about camp.
Let's talk about that's fine. Talk about anything. Go.
I tried to persuade you into me going to camp, but I knew that,
Camp meaning you have to go sleep
yes.
with other people in the woods, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
you said no because you don't know what could happen to me. And I found that totally reasonable. I just wanted to feel the experience. So I tried like explaining what they did there and how they're going to keep me safe and maybe show some fun activities there to get me to teach me something.
And I still said
No.
And how do you feel about me saying no?
It's kind of sad because I really wanted to experience it, but it's understandable since it's for my safety.
What's the difference between me allowing you to express yourself and the other option would be me saying no and shushing you if you want to express yourself? What's better?
Me expressing myself.
How is it better?
So at least you can know what I feel, and then we can get a good taste of,
But for you as a person,
Yes.
how does that make you feel, that knowing full well that you're able to express yourself to your parents?
It feels nice, like knowing that I'm able to tell you what I want, and if you say no, I can still express myself. So it feels powerful, I guess.
Let's talk about other stuff like your talent. Let's talk about painting, something that you do. How old were you when you found out that you could draw, that you could sketch? How old were you?
Probably about 5 or 6 when I started like teaching myself how to draw. Like I watched all these art tutorials, and then at least about maybe 7-ish, I learned that wow, I'm a really good painter.
But
Or
I mean, when you see colors and you're able to combine colors to create new colors, how do you see them? I mean, how did you figure out that you could do those things?
Since art is mostly about just like having fun with it, I just like to figure it out on my own since I'm kind of impatient. So what I like doing instead is exploring to see what I can find, like new info. And it's the same exact thing with colors. Like I tried mixing colors to see if it would get the color that I was thinking of. So
And what if, let's say, you want to draw a dog, and this was back in the day,
yeah.
but it turned out to be a cow. Ah. How did that make you feel?
Kind of sad, like
Why?
that it kind of looked like a cow.
So let's talk about failing. Because I know that I tell all of you it's okay to fail. It's okay to fall down as long as you get back up, right?
Yes.
But you hate failing.
Yes.
And sometimes I notice that because you hate failing, you'd rather not do it. That's just my observation, but I want to know what's going on through your head. What intimidates you about failing?
Just the thought of it because, sometimes I have examples that I don't reach, and I kind of get mad at myself for not like being as good as I wanted to be or as I imagined. So, yeah, that kind of gets me a little mad at myself.
And then what do? You just stop doing it or you keep going?
It's kind of like a switch. I quit, and then when I'm ready, I kind of do it again. Yeah.
How about music? When did you learn that you know how to write lyrics?
I always thought I could write lyrics. I was like, I'm the best at writing lyrics. Until I found out I'm really not that.
Okay, and then?
So now I don't write as much lyrics, but then when I have like a song stuck in my head, then that's when I really want to write it down. And you taught me that. Yeah.
To record it, to write it down, right?
Yeah.
So which came first with you? Writing short stories or writing poems and lyrics?
Lyrics. I really thought I was a good singer. I thought, oh my gosh, if I can write lyrics, I'm probably just the new Ariana Grande or Mariah Carey.
And then what happened?
I listened to my songs and then I figured out, no.
No, but you can sing. I mean,
Yes,
these songs are also good. Maybe they're not. Maybe you've outgrown them, but me, I like it. I like the songs that you've written.
I know.
Maybe we'll record it when you're older, or release it so that they could hear it. No,
You know what? They should hear the
what?
the family song.
Yeah, they should hear the family song. We'll play that. Now, Short stories. When did you start creating short stories?
So weird. It was actually when I joined public school.
What compelled you to write short stories?
I don't know. We had this assignment, and then like ideas just popped up in my head, and I started like typing them down, and then I figured out, whoa, I'm really good at this. Like something I'm actually like know I'm good at. So I kept on writing and writing, and then I figured out it's actually really cool because all these ideas that I can make up, I can put in one screen, and then all my imaginations can then just stay there.
How did you develop that? Like other kids are imaginative, but you have a hyperactive imagination, and yet you're able to gather them, articulate them, express them with words, and express them on paper. How did you develop that talent? I mean, you're only 10, but then the way you talk, and I guess people will observe this, you're very articulated when you talk, when you speak. How? How did that happen?
Inspiration. Actually.
Explain that.
So back in public school, I was like reading these books, like these chapter books, and I figured out they're really descriptive in their books. So I was becoming a fan of that. So then all these ideas started to pop up, like, what if I be descriptive about that or this? I was like, I gotta write these down, dude.
Okay. English or math?
English. I'm so bad at math.
Why?
I don't like listening.
To what?
Math, numbers.
Well, how come?
They just stress me out.
Well, okay. What about math stresses you out?
Like when you have to do long steps, and
Put the mic closer to you.
it's good.
Yeah, go.
When I have to do really long steps that I don't even need to do. But then I figured out that it's important, but I still really hate it.
Let's talk about you and your relationship with your friends. Among your friends, are they split wherein some of your friends like literature and some like math, or do they all like math and you're the only one who likes literature, or no one likes math and everybody just likes literature? What is
It's a
it?
group. Mostly like some of my friends don't like literature. They actually really don't like it. And then actually, wait, all of my friends hate literature.
So you're just the only one,
Yeah.
and all of them like math.
No, that's where the group part comes in.
So they don't like anything.
Not really. That's why I became friends with them.
So what do they want? What do they like
They just like having fun.
in school?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about what's it like being a 10-year-old looking out into the world and having parents who, I guess we want you to know what's out there,
Yeah.
right? How does how do you process those opportunities? Because not everybody gets to do that. Some kids are like, go to your room. We have visitors coming. Go to your room and stay there. But in your case, it's different. It's like, if there are visitors coming to the house, or if we need to go somewhere else, we take you along so that you can
Meet
see all of the so you can meet them. How do you process that?
I think it's quite nice actually, like meeting new people. How do I take it? Like take it all in? I don't really know. It's like hard for me to explain, but I'll try to explain it the best I can. Whenever I meet new people, I like immediately say hi, but then when the words come out of my mouth, it's just like, and then I'm just too embarrassed to speak, but it's like I really want to talk to them. So it's like inside, I really am social, but then on the outside, I'm like nervous.
Why?
Too cool for me. Like people are just way too cool for me.
When you say people are way too cool for you, does that mean you always put yourself beneath them? Is that how you see yourself? Or
No, not really.
Or is this your way of sizing them up to see if they're nice or not? What?
Sizing them up to see if they're like nice or not. So, for instance, if I get nervous, if they look at me and are like, "You're so weird way," or like, "What are you doing?" I tend to not really speak to them. But if they're like, just curious, I tend to think that they're nice most of the time. Like, if they just give me like a little glance and then look back.
Then oops, okay, maybe
Yeah,
we're
like,
not gonna click.
yeah, maybe we're not really gonna talk. But I love social people. Like, don't get me wrong. I love when they come up to me. It's just that I get nervous. Not because I think they're better than me. It's because no one's really social nowadays.
Why? Why do you think no one's social nowadays?
I mean, like, from what I've seen, like, people that, that I met before, I just feel like I'm their friend for a little while, and then they just forget about me and then move on. And then when I meet them again, I'm, like, really excited to meet them, but then it just becomes a little awkward because they're just not that social anymore.
Like, in other words, they see you now. When you're not there, they forget about you, but you're not like that. If you meet someone, let's say even for the summer, let's say we go to the Philippines or to Canada or wherever, right? And you meet somebody and this person is in your mind. A year has passed, you guys meet again, you're excited to see that person, but this person is not excited to see you, something like that?
Yes, exactly.
Or maybe could it be they are experiencing the same thing you're experiencing, wherein they're shy?
I actually think that also. So I try to talk to them, and then if I see that they're not really talking to me, like they just give me a side eye or attitude, I'm like knowing they don't want to talk to me anymore. So I just keep my mouth shut, I guess. But
Now you're 10.
yes.
Your youngest kuya, your brother, is 13. At some point, he's gonna stop playing with you.
I know.
How does that make you feel?
Kind of sad. Like, really sad.
Are you thinking about that?
Yeah.
Like what's going on in your head with regard to that?
So, kind of, sometimes when I see him, I think I'm so nervous. What if he's like in a new phase where he's kind of just doesn't want to talk to me anymore? Like, but he's actually like still the same for some reason.
With you?
Yeah, he acts the same. And I just feel like I'm like dodging a bullet. Like if that bullet shot me, he's going to pull away from me really soon. So,
But are you ready for that? Like let's say he spends more time with his girlfriend, less time with you.
I mean, I'm ready for it, but I'm not happy that I'm ready for it.
It's sad, no?
Yes.
But how does it feel being in this family? Like our family as the youngest. You have four brothers,
Big
four
brothers.
big brothers, four dogs,
Yes.
and a mom and a dad. How does that feel? Not everybody has that, by the way, huh?
Yes, I know.
How does that feel?
It feels like normal, but then when I realize it, like, boom. It doesn't feel normal anymore. Realizing that I have like a kind of a sort of a big family, it makes me feel like I'm in a movie, sort of. It doesn't feel real at all.
Really?
Yeah. Like, you're a famous drummer. My mom's a really good singer, and then I have brothers, and then I have 4 dogs. It just feels like a reality show.
When did it sink in that, oh my God, I have all of this? You know you're blessed, right?
Yes, I really know I'm blessed.
So let's land this episode but before we do that, What would you tell parents who are pretty
Strict.
with their daughters? Am I strict with you? I think I am, no? Am I not?
Oh no, you're like kind of in between. I mean, you're the.
Sige nga, describe mommy first. How is mommy to you?
She's like a cool mom to me.
Explain that. What makes her cool? So that other moms can hear it also.
She just like, she's chill about whatever I do, but she's also, stand her ground if she knows like that's not right or something. But other than that, she just lets me have a bunch of free time, and she's not that strict about what I do. She's not like cautious. It's like she trusts me, and I think every mom should trust their daughter.
How important is that trusting? Like knowing that I trust you, mommy trusts you. How important do you value that we do that?
Yes.
Okay. How about me? What kind of a dad am I to you?
A funny one.
Okay, explain that. I mean, how come you gave so many sentences for mommy and me just a funny one?
You're like a whole comedy show to me, actually. Like sometimes you can be funny, and then we always have bonding time, which I really like with you. And then you dance.
Okay, explain.
Explain how you dance.
I mean, how important is it for you, okay, a young girl, to have her father in her presence? Because not every little girl has their dad with them, right? It's always mom. But I know since the day you were born, I made it a point to be present as often as I can in your life. But now that you're 10, how does it feel knowing full well that your dad's there?
Feels amazing. I feel like I never want him to go, actually. I get afraid, because you're gonna get old and fragile someday. So when I think about it, it just makes me feel really dizzy, and I try to say to myself, don't think that yet, live in the present moment. But it just makes me kind of scared because I don't want you to leave. And I'm glad, you're in my presence all the time. I really do like that. I really do.
I love you. Talk to the parents out there with regard to what's it like in terms of being strict. Not advice, but do they need to be strict to their kids? Or what's going on through your head that we don't understand, that we need to consider?
Letting me have experiences. I know things happen in the world that are not really good, but I think I need to experience some things or else I'll never get to experience them.
Now, do you believe that there's a time and place for experience?
Yes, I do.
Okay. When am I allowing you to do sleepovers?
Never.
Parting words. What else do you want to tell the people watching?
Other than like and subscribe, give your kids lots of candy when they deserve it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cassidy, Arespacochaga. Good job, Cassie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the comments are off because she's my daughter and I don't want you guys to put anything stupid, but you can always write to me. You can really reach me at gmail.com. And a big round of applause, Cassidy Arespacochaga. Thank you, anak. I love you.
I love you too.
Now you're going to have a conversation with your brothers.